Do you want to learn how you can manage your buyers better so that you can close more deals faster and easier than ever before? Then stay tuned. Hi, my name is Will Barrett and I'm the founder over at salesman.org. And if you want to learn how to master modern B2B sales in just 42 days, or click the links below. So let's say Sam, right? He is on a brand new patch. He's got his arms up in the air. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's on a brand new territory and he's been given a ton of different accounts to manage, to close, to upsell, and he doesn't know where to start. And he's going, help, even though he's smiling. Well, with just a little tiny bit of strategy, it's actually going to be pretty easy for Sam to suss out what accounts he should be selling to that are going to close the easiest, that are going to give him the most profit, the most revenue, and so he can spend more time with them and less time with accounts that are just a waste of energy, a dead end. This is one of the things that separates top salespeople from those who are just average. The ability to spend more time with people who are going to close, going to buy, and it makes your job and life much easier and more fulfilling as well. So let's get into the strategy behind this. So the first part of this strategy to understand is that there's going to be many more accounts that are going to be a waste of your time, and they're all going to be down here at the bottom of this pyramid. There's going to be tons of them. There's going to be absolutely tons of them. And as you look up the pyramid towards the individuals, the companies, the brands that you're going to be able to do tons of revenue from, put revenue here, there's only going to be a handful of them in any given market. And this gap here is what most salespeople spend their time in. It's a waste of energy. The most successful sales reps are spending all their time at the top here with accounts that you've got two things in. You've got great relationships and you've also got great opportunity to close more business. So how can Sam, who's been dumped onto this brand new territory, really suss out what accounts he should be going after and those that he should be avoiding? Well, the first thing he needs to do is go into his CRM and pull out the list of the best accounts, the most revenue driving accounts that he has on his territory over the past 5 to 10 years. The next thing he needs to do, number 2, he needs to suss out what relationships he has within these accounts. Now, this isn't just who likes Sam if he's brand new to the territory. Obviously, no one's going to like him because they're not going to know who he is. But what accounts are using lots of your products? What accounts do you perhaps have influence? What accounts do you have influence in, whether it be from the use your industry standard product or service, or they've used you for multiple years and they've been really happy with working with you. Relationships aren't just that person knows me, that person likes me, that person trusts me. It's also they're using lots of our products, we've got influence, and they've been happy with us for years and years and years. Hopefully, there's at least a few of these accounts within that list you've just pulled from your CRM. And the final thing to do, and this is the bit that a lot of salespeople seemingly get wrong. A lot of salespeople don't bother doing this. How much potential is there within these accounts? Because you're going to have a scale, right? So we've got 0 and we've got $1 billion on one side and again, $0 on the other. Well, most salespeople go after accounts that they're already selling into at the high end. They're trying to grow accounts which have already essentially been grown and maxed out. What you want are accounts where you've got great relationships, they're using your products, you have influence within the account, but you're not actually driving all that much revenue, but there's a big gap between what they could be spending with you and what they currently are. That is the magic here. That's exactly what we're trying to find out. So what Sam's going to do in this instance is perhaps pull the top 10, 20 individual accounts from his CRM. He's then going to rank them from 1 to 5 on the potential revenue and also the potential or the current relationships that Sam has within these accounts. And then he's just going to document them. He's going to chart them out on here. So on one side, we're going to have potential, and then the other side will have relationships. And this is going to make it very, very easy to see tier 1 and then tier 2 accounts that we should be attacking over the next 12 months. Because what we can pull from this graph is essentially the holy grail. So these are accounts where we've got great relationships with and there's tons of potential. So great relationships and tons of potential. These accounts right here, these are the ones, if there are any, because there may not be, they might have already been maxed out. But if there are accounts where you've got great relationships, great potential for revenue, these are what you should be spending time on. If there's 2, 3, 4 of these within your territory, you've won the game. Focus all of your attention here. 99% of your attention is going to go on this space up here if there's accounts that fit those criteria. But you're probably going to find, and this is what Sam's likely to find as well, you're going to have a bunch of accounts that all have high potential, there's tons of potential revenue to go at, but you don't have very good relationships in there yet. And this is the value that you can add to your company, your organization, and essentially your customers. When you can build these relationships, when you can build influence within the accounts, these are the individual accounts that you're going to get most of your uptick in revenue over the next 12 months from, as you move these accounts from high potential, low relationships to good relationships and even more potential as you do what's the classically cliched land and expand approach. And hopefully identifying these are valuable for you. But where I see most salespeople struggle, and we'll say Sam struggles with this as well, is spending a lot of time with potential customers that never actually buy, or customers that take up a lot of your time, but the revenue you drive from them is very little. And that happens, these customers appear in these bottom two quadrants down here. So of course, accounts where you've got very little in the way of relationships and there's very little potential to drive revenue, they're all in this quadrant here. This is what you need to avoid. These will kill your chances of crushing target. They'll crush you. These will dominate. You spend time with idiots in this space and you're never going to get anything done. And equally as commonly as salespeople who are failing, spending time within this quadrant, we have salespeople that spend time in this quadrant right here, where we've got pretty good relationships, but perhaps we've maxed out the potential. There's not much room for growth. And so this segment right here, these are the accounts that you've heard this metaphor before, we're going to farm them. They're going to do perhaps 20, 30, 40% of our revenue each year. It's going to come in because they like our products, they like our service, we've got that good relationship with them, we've got good influence, but it's very unlikely that you're going to crush your sales targets with these accounts. But they're nice to have. So we're going to get rid of these. We're going to keep maturing these over time, and hopefully potential can grow within these accounts. But these right here are the holy grail. If you can get these nailed, if you can find accounts where you've got good relationships and great opportunity, great potential, and of course, these will eventually pop up here if you do things right. This is the element, this is the section that's really going to help you crush your quota. But to be fair, for Sam as well, there's only a few of these accounts in Sam's portfolio and Sam's territory. He's going to spend most of his time right here where we've got somewhat of a relationship. We're not brand new to the account, but there is masses of potential. And so there we have it. That is exactly how you should manage your accounts across your territory and how you should prioritize which accounts you should spend time with and those that you should avoid at all costs. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you hated it for whatever reason, give it a thumbs down. And why not continue to learn how you can make selling simple for yourself by clicking one of the videos that are up on the screen right now.